An in-depth study into the effects of pollution in the Passaic River is underway. Scientists are collecting a variety of fish along a 17-mile stretch of the waterway. Environment correspondent Ed Rogers has that story.
Biologists from Windward Environmental have been placing crab traps at the bottom of the Passaic River over the last month. It's part of an EPA study from the mouth of the river to the Dundee Dam. The work includes using gill nets to collect carp and larger fish. Some 10 different species, including darters and bluegills, are part of the study.
We're looking for a very broad spectrum, PCBs, dioxymercury, other metals, PAHs, in all of these species, and trying to get a handle on the current levels in the various fish species.
The Passaic River suffers from industrial pollution that has tainted many urban rivers across the country, but it still hosts a variety of wildlife despite the abuse.
I mean, it's an urbanized river, but it has some nice habitat that we've been noting in our field notebook, with obviously the overhanging trees and shade that it can provide.
State officials have issued a series of warnings telling people to avoid eating fish from the Passaic. The fish are placed in individual bags with labels noting the location where they were taken. This study involves more extensive fish sampling than past research.
Certain species have smaller home ranges so that the contaminants that are in fact found in the tissue samples are more indicative of the Passaic. Things like mummy chugs or minnows that don't go very far, those results are pretty indicative of things they've gotten in the food chain here in the river. PCBs that you say would find in crab or large sport fish potentially could have come from anywhere in the Newark Bay complex.
After the fish are caught, they're brought to a field lab where they are photographed, measured, and weighed. A sort of post-mortem is conducted on each fish.
Bronchial cavity normal.
The samples will be sent to a Massachusetts lab for chemical testing. The results will be used to help guide the cleanup of the river and set any new guidelines for eating fish from the Passaic. The test results won't be available until late this year. Ed Rogers, NJN News.